Oh, okay. Oop. Connection is unstable. Okay. Welcome to day 50 of the live daily guided meditation series for ourselves and the world. Thank you so much for joining and for lending your love for the last 50 days. That is incredible and amazing. So thank you so much. We're going to continue on our anti-racism healing journey, and I want to talk. We've been talking a lot about triggers, so I want to explain the science behind triggers a little bit. Basically, here's how this works. Okay, I'm just gonna try to break it down. Although I'm not sure that my internet is working properly. I hope it is. Okay, well, we're gonna just give it one. We'll give it 1 second. Just hold. I have hold music in my head. All right, let's try. So, well, I'm hoping everything is working okay. Okay, so the way that our brains work is that our subconscious is programmed. It's like a computer program, basically. And our subconscious is what controls our reactions to things, our automatic reactions, how we think about the world, how we see ourselves, how we feel about things. All of that is controlled by our subconscious. From the ages of 0 to 6 years old, we are in a hypnotic state. We are basically taking in information and without filtering it, just taking all the information in, no filter. So we're like a sponge, and from the ages of 6 to 8 years old, our subconscious programming is being programmed and set in stone. And it's this programming that we program fully, almost 95% probably, we program from 6 to 8 years old. That's the program we run off of for the rest of our lives, unless we consciously change it or we have a traumatic event that changes it. So there are ways to change it after you fully program it as a child. So it could be whatever happens to you as a child influences your programming. There could be past life stuff. There could be generational trauma that gets passed down. Or you could be an empath. You could be picking stuff up from other people. But there's a bunch of stuff that you somehow suck into your sponge, your child self sponge, and this becomes the basis for your subconscious programming. Your subconscious programming is your ego, and your ego is all about keeping you safe. It's a very primal. It's like your lizard brain. It's from all the way back in the cave people days when you have to run away from a tiger. That's your programming. You know, it's the fight, flight, or freeze. It's the thing that forces you to have an automatic reaction. And it's basically programmed so that like your body and your mind and your emotions and all the parts of you automatically respond. So when we talk about triggers and we talk about healing triggers, it's a little more complicated and complex than just being like, oh, that's the thing that bothers me. Poof, it's gone. We have to do a lot more kind of untangling and working with ourselves and being really kind to ourselves in the process, because this is literally likely something you've carried along for most of your life. And that's why it's important to go deeper with the triggers, because a lot of the times we'll look at like just the top level thing and we don't go deeper with it. So, you know, if your friend triggers you in some way, your friend isn't the problem. And problem's the wrong word, but it's basically because there is some programming in your subconscious that you are responding to. It's saying like, this is a life or death situation and I have to keep you safe. And of course it's not a life or death situation. Our programming hasn't caught up and hasn't evolved to where we are as human beings in this day and age. And so some things might be life or death situations, and obviously less life or death situations in your life is a sign of privilege. But we all still have triggers. So this is a good way of also seeing what is happening with all of the protests and the outrage and the upset, and like those are all symptoms of, not symptoms, but they're signs of trauma, that there are that people were triggered, that they need to, this is a life or death situation, because this is actually a life or death situation for people of color at this point. But we as good as white allies and as anti-racism warriors, we need to remember that our triggers also affect how we respond and react to situations, and that our triggers are always going to be different than other people's triggers. There are some people who are afraid of water, and then there are other people who love water, and it's not, you can't even fathom how they could be afraid of water, because you know how wonderful water is and going swimming in it and enjoying it, but they're deathly afraid, and that's because of their programming. So we are working to untangle our programming, and you're doing a good job. So we're going to jump in and we're going to open up space for addressing triggers. So you're going to close your eyes, start taking some breaths. You're taking long, deep, slow breaths in through our nose, down into our diaphragm or our lungs, feeling the inhale and the inflation, noticing the shift from inhale to exhale, and from exhale to inhale, and allowing our breath to leave our body with an audible sigh. Really allowing ourselves to settle in and ground and center in this moment. Allowing our body to relax. You can notice any tightness or stiffness, or if you're holding your body in a certain position, just allowing it to relax down, settle in. And in this relaxed space, we just want to consider any trigger that we may have felt today. And again, a trigger is a big emotion that you feel, something you feel very strongly about, very passionate, something that maybe bugs you or angers you or frustrates you or annoys you, something you just can't shake. And just be open to whatever it is. There's no need to judge it or push it away. We're just witnessing and experiencing. Notice if you feel any strong emotions right now. Notice what they are, how you're experiencing them. Notice if you feel anything in your body, or if any pictures or videos come to mind in your head, or if you're hearing anything, or smelling anything. We're just being open to it. And keeping in mind that whatever this original feeling or thought or trigger is that you're identifying, that you're noticing, this might be the top level of the trigger. and that there might be several more layers beneath it that are worthy of exploration. But there's no rush to go all those layers. There's no rush to even go another layer. We're giving ourselves the time and space to work through what we need to. And the more we're able to identify and notice when we are triggered and the sort of things that trigger us and why they might have triggered us, the more we're able to work with ourselves, undo that programming, and reprogram healthier and happier programs. We all have to start somewhere. So just allowing whatever this is, letting it go now. And take a few more deep breaths. And we're going to start thinking about a place that feels really good to us. A place that feels happy, and joyous, peaceful and calm, where we feel loved and loving, where we're able to fully bask in these good feelings. Where we surrender to this joy and love and peace and all around good feelings. Where we feel safe and whole and accepted. And remembering that this is also a way that we can reprogram our subconscious by showing it another way of being, another state of being that feels good to you. So with every breath in, we're going to breathe these good feelings straight into our heart center. We're going to watch our heart rate grow and expand effortlessly and easily, spreading and sharing our love and our light. So with every breath in, our heart rate fills the whole of our body. It bursts out of our body into the space around us, filling our home, our place of work, or wherever we may be right now. Our heart rate continues to expand out into our neighborhoods, our towns, our cities, our counties, filling our entire state with love and light, blessing each and every living being, each and every institution with love, light, peace, and wholeness. And our heart rate continues to expand out, filling our entire country and filling our entire continent, blessing each and every living being, each and every institution with love, light, wholeness, and equity. And our heart light continues to expand deep down into Mother Earth, connecting us deeply with her wisdom, her abundance, and her harmony as we bless her with love and light. And our heart light continues to expand out, engulfing the entire planet and every living being, every institution, every government, every society and culture, with love, light, wholeness, equity, and unity. And our heart light continues to expand out, infinitely expanding deep into every part of space, just as the universe is infinitely expanding, and just as the divine is infinitely expansive. Because we are the universe and we are the divine. We are infinite and we are pure love. We are capable of doing hard things and healing this world for the highest and greatest good of all. Feel free to stay in this moment for however you like, for however long you like, or to take a few more deep breaths. Thank you so much for joining for day 50 of the live daily guided healing meditation series for ourselves and the world, for helping to heal the world, be more anti-racism. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you tomorrow.